So, what is angle snapping and why should you care about it? So, angle snapping basically is just your mouse trying to predict the path of your movement and tries to smooth it out by ignoring a few inputs. Like when you're moving your mouse and say you're trying to draw a straight line, it's going to, and you have a little deviation in that straight line, it's going to try to make it to where you have a straight horizontal line or straight vertical line or straight angle, whatever line you're trying to do, to make sure that it's straight and there's no deviation with it. So angle snapping has been around for ever since mice has been a thing. And I'm not here to tell you what you should use and what you should not use, but let's dive into the theory about angle snapping and why so many people are saying that it works. Now, if you go to YouTube and you search it, you notice a lot of these videos, a lot of people are playing either CSGO or Valorant, which is a very symmetrical, very linear game when it comes to aiming. You're not flicking up to the right, up to the left a lot. You are on a horizontal plane, or you're on a vertical plane. And what I mean by that is that there's not a lot of curves that you are shooting at. So basically, I'm going to show you an example here on Apex, and you're not moving your mouse around like this. You are pretty much staying directly aiming for the head, and you're going around and you're trying to shoot and kill them on a horizontal plane. The problem with angle snapping and first-person shooters is that it tries to predict your mouse movement and smooth it out, and that could be a problem. I personally have tried out angle snapping for about 3 to 4 days here, and I can tell you right now, for the games like Call of Duty or games like Apex, it's not going to help you out that much. It's going to help you be consistent with your flicks on that horizontal plane, but when you try to come and make those precise adjustments to hit the target on say like you're trying to hit the target and they're a little bit higher than you, it's a little bit harder to hit those like curves and those angles when it comes to you aiming. So for those games, fast arena shooters like Quake, Call of Duty, Apex, anything that has like Battlefield, that you're constantly shooting people at different angles, and you're not pre-aiming those angles because you just don't know how sporadic their movement's going to be, then for sure I would definitely not recommend angle snapping. Now, if you're playing a game like CSGO or you're playing a game like Valorant, this is where angle snapping might come in handy, but we go back to what a lot of pros use and what a lot of people use that play the game at a high level, and they tested everything. They know everything when it comes to aiming. They know everything when it comes to how the game is played. They do not recommend angle snapping. They recommend a raw input, but some of them they do recommend mouse excel, but we're coming down to a fact where people are trying to cheat simple but yet very important aspect when it comes to aiming, and that is your mouse control. You have to master mouse control over your mouse when it comes to aiming. You have to build up that dexterity, you have to build up that control, and angle snapping basically lets you cheat your way to that with having what it looks like a good mouse control, but in reality it's not you having good mouse control. It's basically the sensor trying to predict where you're going and the program trying to predict where you're going to move to next on a horizontal or vertical plane. And this could be a problem because when it comes to you making those fine adjustments, it's also way harder to do that. Say you're trying to, and we're having Apex in the background for example, because Apex kill time is very long. When you're trying to track somebody on a horizontal plane, it is really easy with angle snapping. I would actually argue it is actually easier when it comes to tracking somebody. Definitely, that's for sure. But in the long run, if you are new to mouse and you're playing on mouse and keyboard for the first time, or you're like I said, you're just brand new to it, it's not going to help you out in the long run because you haven't mastered mouse control. So you're going to find that it's very difficult to make those fine adjustments. So that's my thoughts on angle snapping. Let me know down in the comments section below what do you guys think of this, and if you also agree, and if you want to use something that is not really angle snapping, but it's just going to help you with your arch and how to actually improve your aim when it comes to making your mouse and your hand feel one-to-one. I actually did a video on how to do that, and I will link it down in the top of the description below if you guys want to check that out. But like I said, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on angle snapping. Have you tried it out, or is it something that you're not bothered with? I personally would not recommend it for games, like I said, when it comes to Call of Duty and Apex, or like arena shooters, Battlefield, games like that. But as always, I want you guys to make the decision for yourself. Try it out. Let me know down in the comment section below what do you think of it, or if you're just not going to mess with it. As always, guys, remember to stay blessed and stay humble, and I'll catch you in another video. Peace.